Hey guys, Dave Deanhart here with Daboo Designs. I'm here to show you how to go about changing the tires on the Robie Junior. So we'll go ahead and get started. So first off, you'll want to flip it up on its back. Make sure your batteries are removed. Otherwise, they're just going to wreak havoc because the cover tends to pop open fairly easily. And then you're going to remove 5 screws. So you're going to remove the one that I've got here. And this one. That one. That. And then the last one here. Okay. So once you get those all loosened, you'll just want to flip it up on its top here and rattle them free. And these 2 here still didn't let loose yet. All right, come on. All right, there we go. And then that one. So all 5 of them are loose now. So then what you're going to want to do here is set it back up. Be really careful. Just pull it open like this and tilt it over to the back, okay? So when you tilt it back like this, you're going to see your wiring here. Luckily, the wiring is fairly dummy-proof. You've got wiring here as well. But because they're color-coded, these are red, these are white. It's a 2-pin, 3-pin, 3-pin, 2-pin, 3-pin. I would recommend taking a snapshot real quick with your phone. Just take a quick picture, and then you can reference that later. So what I'm going to do here, just to make it really simple, is I'm just going to pop all of these off. I'm going to set the top portion aside. And then we've just got the base here. Now you do want to be careful. This spring will let loose of this little bumper here, and then it's kind of a bear to put back on. So another thing I would also recommend, again, take more pictures. So just take a few pictures and make sure that you have plenty of reference photos in case something comes loose and you really need to figure out how to fix it. It's easy, obviously, just to take pictures because there's no film and digital is cheap. So you've really only got 1 screw here, and that's the screw right there that you have to actually remove. Once you remove that, you can move your motor assembly out of the way. And then if you just wiggle this, you can kind of work that post out. Another way to do it is just grab a flathead screwdriver and work it out that way. So why don't we do that? It might just be a little bit easier. So we can, why don't we grab a pair of needle nose pliers? Grab that post, kind of pull it out of the way and just wiggle it over there. Pull your tire off. There's the post that we just loosened up. You're probably going to crumble the old tire off. That's kind of how it tends to work. These are tilted inward, so you can actually see on this that this is actually tilted. So when he's driving, he's only driving on the outer part of the tire. You'll be able to tell how these go on, but basically you just slide it on, snap it into place there, and you're good to go. Once you've done that, put your post back here in the middle, sit this down on here, slide that in. So now we've got the post slid back in there. We just take this motor assembly here, sit it back on here, make sure you don't pinch any wires or anything. Tighten that screw back up. Make sure everything's positioned properly. Make sure your teeth on your gears are lined up so that you won't have any problems. And there you go. That's it. The other side is identical. You'll basically just take this screw out right here. Once that screw is loose, you don't have to take it all the way out. It wanted to come out. Pop that off of there. We'll do this one the easy way. I'm going to rattle it around a little bit just to get it started so that I can actually grab the post. Grab it with the needle nose. Pull that out of there. We can leave the post in. We'll remove that tire. If it tends to crumble off, because mine didn't actually have any tires on it, it had pieces of a tire on it, so I had to redesign this one from scratch. Pop that on there, slide your post in here, get that all lined up. Line up your gearbox here. Again, I kind of bumped that. Let's make sure we don't misalign that. I have actually bumped it to where the spring came off, and it took me about 10 minutes to get it back on there. Same thing. A little bit difficult. Maybe I need to leave that sitting there instead of trying to hold it and screw it down at the same time. Crank that into place. That's it. Now what we're going to do is the reverse of what we did to take it apart. We're going to go ahead and hook these connectors up as they were. So you can see right there, right there. There, and there. So you can see there, I've got all the wiring connected. Now we're going to, again, be careful of this. Sit this back down on here. Get it lined up. So we've got it lined up. Tilt it back on its back. Kind of hold it together a little bit. Put your screws in. All right. Once you get the screws in, it's time to go ahead and put some batteries in it. Close it on up. Turn it on.
Hello. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I wait. Let's go. Let's go. Hello.
And there we go. Got new tires on Robie Junior. Thanks for watching.